So Mumbai, SRH, and CSK have won over the last couple of days, and it seems like they are just about hanging in there. They were among the bottom-most placed teams. I think we'll see how it goes. It probably is early days yet to pass judgment on whether they are turning a corner. We certainly still seem to see some issues, particularly from a CSK perspective, and we have some other stuff around how the catching has been as well. Um, Ganesh, I mean, one of the things that we've seen is, yeah, CSK has got Dhoni back as a captain, but still there are some glaring holes, right? I mean, they seem to be overly dependent upon, say, him and Shivam Dubey as for the hitting. Nobody else seems to be hitting. They brought in a new guy yesterday, Sheikh Rashid, I think, right? And he was okay. I mean, he didn't seem like a hitter to me, and he got a little lucky. I don't think the bowling was that great when he was batting. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, right. These three teams have managed to, I wouldn't say revival, that surviving. So managed to keep the viewership and fans' interest going for some more days. Because you cannot have one of the major teams out of the tournament at the halfway stage. So that's interesting. Like you said, yes. In all honesty, CSK has been one of the better bowling teams this year.
Hmm.
Uh, but their batting even if their batting had been 25% decent, they would have been in a better position in the points table.
Yeah.
But which means it's even worse. They are completely Shibam Dubey, like you say, may not get into the 11 in many of the other teams this year. But this year, if CSK is dependent on Shivam Dubey's and Dhoni's hitting, that shows the state where they are. Their batting is currently because they are as a batting unit. They're it seems unfixable this year. They cannot suddenly generate a hitter or who plays
Oh,
with more sense and all those things. It's not possible. It's definitely their batting looks unfixable. Like you said, yes, SRH also has some issues in terms of their bowling. Their batting is coming good. The bowling is not so much. MI as a team is still, I feel they are fixing few strategy things, but I think they're doing a good job. Though they are also the three teams are staying at the bottom, but let's see how it goes. But coming back to CSK and yesterday's game specifically, if you ask LSG, the selections were again questionable. I feel not picking Ashwin,
he was
not
dropped.
letting Jadeja complete his 4 overs because the Markram completed his 4 overs. I mean, for their sake, uh, Rishabh Pant also did his fair share of things, but by not letting Bishnoi finish his fourth over. When Dhoni came to bat in the 16th over, Bishnoi bowling would have been great because
Yeah,
Dhoni, you know, he's not a great starter against spin. So one
known
over
to
from
not
Bishnoi
bat
would
well.
have helped, but that didn't happen. So I don't know if the pitch is slow and assisting spinners. Markram is completing 4 overs. Digvesh bowled very well. Bishnoi not finishing 4 overs. Jadeja not finishing 4 overs. Ashwin not even
Not
picked.
picked.
I mean, Ashwin, yeah, there can be question marks about his contribution in the first 6 games, but don't drop him in a pitch like Lucknow yesterday. It's
Yeah.
not just to please the people who are questioning Ashwin's inclusion. It's about the team. Yesterday, Ashwin would have done a good job, I feel.
And also, I think, well, like we pointed out earlier, Ashwin, the problem with handling Ashwin was that he was being asked to bowl in the power play when his contributions were outside of the power play were actually pretty good. So there
Exactly.
is no reason why they could not have kept him away from the power play and still managed to play him.
And yesterday the power play overs were bowled by three by Khalil and three by Anshul. So which meant that Ashwin could have bowled all his 4 overs
Yeah,
outside the power
exactly.
play. So I don't know how Jamie Overton over Ashwin. I don't know what difference that is make. Jamie Overton bowls 2 overs, doesn't come to bat. I mean, yesterday, see, that's what I don't know if people will go back and look into this. They won and kind of hanging on to some survival mode, but not playing Ashwin yesterday may not have been a good decision, given the fact that he's bowled his 3 overs outside power play very well in all the games.
Yeah, correct.
Um,
Yeah.
so I am not sure that is CSK is getting everything right. Let us see. And Regarding, I mean, of course, the CSK's other game about with KKR is not even nothing to talk about it. So let's not even touch that
It's a
game.
complete walk in the park for KKR.
Imagine the second innings got over before the second strategic timeout.
Yeah, correct, correct. Yeah, they didn't. At least we didn't even get the irony of static timeout for just like 1 run to win or something like that. One thing that I think we've seen in quite a few matches, just switching to a different topic, is the number of drop catches. And I think we saw some data that indicates that most teams, except perhaps DC, MI, and KKR, most of the other teams are dropping on an average like almost 2 catches per game, which is kind of ridiculous, right? I mean, DC, MI, and KKR are in the one and sub one range. And this is at least we as from whatever we have seen, it's regardless of venue, regardless of whether it's a day and night game or a day game. So it's difficult to see what the factors are. Anything that comes to your mind, or is it early
I've
days?
yes, Jaga. I've also been noticing that I mean, thanks for the numbers. I wasn't sure about the numbers, but the drops have been plenty. Every team. I mean, I'm sure CSK is topping the list, but the numbers are alarming. I don't know what could be the reason. It could be the lights or the ball or. I mean, it's
Hmm.
not due factor. All those things come. We can think of multiple factors, but not necessarily everything is true for every drop catch. Even because
Yeah,
even Virat and Riyan Parag, who are very good catchers,
Sachin also
um,
dropped easy
yeah,
one.
Rachin also, they are all of them who are extremely safe, more than safe catchers, are dropping easy catches. So I don't know what is with that. We will have to see as the tournament progresses and how the teams catch up with catching the cricket ball apart from catching their teams on the points table. But I think that is something that and but all that, I mean, given that RCB beat another former champion in their home. So RCB is making a habit of winning over former champions away from home, but losing at home. So I'm sure RCB would be hoping to for a change of fortunes in at Chinnaswamy as well.
Yeah, let's see how the rest of the games pan out in terms of batting strategies, selection strategies, and also catching strategies. We'll see if there's anything that we seen sort of a pattern. We'll talk about it here.
And one
Other than
other
that,
thing before we
yeah,
close, Jaga, the term coined impact player worked wonders for DC versus MI. Both Karun Nair and Karan
yeah,
Sharma, both of them were impact players,
they
both
had a
of them
pretty big
created an
impact.
impact. It is sad to see Karun Nair and the losing side in that game. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, but I think Karan really came back well in the last 2 3 overs that he bowled.
This
The ball change may have also helped in
help.
his favor.
Mm.
So I think those factors are there. So
That was
great.
a good game. Mm.
Yeah, let's see how the rest pans out. We are kind of approaching the halfway stage. A lot of teams, I think, few teams have already played 7 matches, so they're at the halfway mark. If they're not in the mid and above of the table, now is a good time to start going in that direction. So we'll again join you all in a few days' time with more content and more cricket. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Thanks.